G'day, ZiggyD here with some more Reaper of Souls news. Today, a bunch of new info has been data mined from the closed PTR client, and we have a few interesting little tidbits to talk about in this video. So, let's jump straight into it, but first I want to say that remember that everything that is being data mined can change before the expansion pack goes live, but it still gives us a pretty good indication on where Blizzard is heading with the changes in the expansion pack. So, first up, we've data mined that 25% move speed will be the cap still, but basically paragon experiences and skills should be able to exceed this cap now. This is fantastic news because there's so many skills in the game that just simply don't exceed the 25% move speed cap at the moment. So basically you get 12% from boots, you get 12% from Lacuni's braces, and then you're at 24%, and there's really no point in using any of these great move speed skills. Certain ones like Volt with the move speed passive will exceed the cap at the moment, but there's a lot of other base passives and skills that don't exceed that cap, and that's a bit of a pain. But in the expansion pack, we're going to have some move speed paragon bonuses, and we're going to be getting some move speed from skills and new skills even, and these all should exceed the cap. So we should be able to get, 30-40% base move speed on our characters if we want to kit them out that way with our paragon bonuses. So this is pretty cool news. It should mean a lot more flexibility when it comes to move speed for your characters. Next up, we have crit chance and crit damage being capped. Crit chance will be capped at 40% from gear, and crit damage will be capped at 250% from gear. Attack speed is also getting a similar treatment with a 40% cap from items as well, so from the gear that you wear. So this is pretty interesting, and I think it goes a long way towards dealing with some of the itemization issues we have in Diablo 3. At the moment, you pretty much want all of your items to be trifecta items, as the crit chance and crit damage and attack speed caps are all really, really high. I don't even know if there is a cap on a crit damage, but like 75%, for example, on the Demon Hunter is the cap for crit chance. But it's very hard to get to this cap. So this means that having a much lower cap means we have some interesting decisions to make with our gear now. We can get, a good trifecta ring, and then on our other ring slot, because we might already be at the cap, we can use another legendary that gives us some interesting utility stats. So this means we're going to have a lot more interesting decisions to make. And based on some of the items we've seen so far for Reaper of Souls, we might be getting lower amounts of crit chance and crit damage on these items, so it means we're going to have to be a bit more thoughtful about how we actually gear up our characters, and I think that is a very good thing. So overall, I think these sorts of caps could potentially mean for a much more engaging itemization and gearing process for our characters, which I'm pretty excited to see. Next up, Magic Find and Gold Find is still capped at 300% with monster power bonuses able to exceed this as per normal. Paragon's bonuses, however, will be selectable in the expansion pack, so this means it might be worth getting some Magic Find gear for a while. So at the moment, if you have a Paragon 100 character, you're going to have pretty much max Magic Find. There's no point getting Magic Find on gear. But in the expansion pack, you're going to have some decisions to make, like Magic Find and Gold Find could be alongside something else, and you might have to make a decision where you want to actually get that Magic Find or some other stat. So this is interesting. It means that Magic Find gear might make a return, and with some of the other changes to caps and things like that, it might mean we actually have some room to get some Magic Find stuff on our gear, and make that an interesting gearing decision as well, which is good. Because the big problem with Magic Find in the current state of the game is that we would have to wear very subpar gear to get that Magic Find. But I think now, based with the new caps and some other changes, we might be able to get a little bit of Magic Find in our gear, make some interesting decisions, wear some Magic Find pieces to try and boost up that found item capabilities. So pretty cool stuff. I think that will be interesting. So that's about it that's been data mined so far in terms of caps, but there are a few other interesting things. First up, it's been data mined that we will in fact be getting 2 additional character slots in the expansion pack. So this pretty much is the final nail in the coffin for the idea that we might be getting a second class in the expansion pack. Blizzard had already said that it pretty much wouldn't be the case, and I think most people now accepted that we wouldn't be getting a second character in the expansion pack. But if you're still holding out hope, the fact that we only get 2 additional slots makes sense, because essentially we have 10 slots now, a male and female of each class. When we get 2 additional slots, we'll have a slot for a male and female Crusader as well. So that makes a lot of sense, and it's good as well that we're getting those additional slots, otherwise people would have to delete characters and things to get the Crusader, so I'm glad about that change. Next up, unique monsters apparently will be dropping the loot run tokens. So we've learned a little bit about loot runs, and we knew that we would need some sort of token to be able to do them, and loot runs will be one of the primary means of farming good items in the game. And it seems like unique monsters, so these are those purple name monsters, the ones that there's no point killing at the moment, these guys should now drop loot run tokens, which means it's actually going to be worthwhile exploring the game, in adventure mode, exploring around and trying to find these rare purple monsters. And that's pretty cool because they're an interesting part of the game. They've just been super unrewarding up to this point. So having them actually drop something worthwhile, I think will be really, really cool, in addition to, hunting them down for achievement hunter purposes. And then finally, another thing that I just thought was a little bit interesting is it's been data mined that there will be a Zoltan Kulle Aid legendary potion, and this will allow you to burst through the Waller affix walls. Oh yeah! Anyway, that's it for now. I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.